Hi, I'm Lori, and welcome back to the Way of Positive Change YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing well. I am. Our weather is still a little crazy here. It's very windy for Florida. We don't usually have a lot of wind, especially this far south in the state. Hopefully, any of you that were in the path of the storms, you're safe. And I know they're having snow in Chicago right now, and they had some in Denver. Anyway, buckle your seatbelts for the weather ride of the rest of spring and summer is what I'm getting, because I'm still getting the tower for people down here. So anyway, that's another video. I have a couple things to say. Of course, I'm doing the $25 readings for half hour. You can email me at The Way of Positive Change. Email me at The Way of Positive Change to set up your reading, and we'll pick a day and time good for you. And I'm going to do some classes. I read for Angela. Hi, Angela, if you're watching. And she gave me the idea. I had been playing with it a little bit, and I just got onto Zoom. So she asked me if I would teach classes on tarot. So if you'd like to learn how to read the tarot, let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a class on Zoom. And also, I've thought about putting some classes up that I used to teach in person on gridding your home with crystals, manifesting classes, vision boards, manifesting, how to read tarot, both the minor and major tarot. So just leave me a comment if you would. Let me know if you're interested in that. I'm interested in what you have to say. Okay. So, and of course, the class would be easily affordable. All right. Okay, so Knucklehead's at it again, and he tried to place the blame on the WHO. So let's take a look and see what the fallout, what's going to happen to him because he has just cut the funding. Put a halt on, cut it, whatever. What are the other countries going to do to him? What is DJT? What will be the fallout? What will be the repercussions that he will face? What's it going to do to his reputation and to him? Let's say. What will the other countries or the committees? And I'm not up all on who's in charge of all that. I know the one guy that we see when he speaks. I don't remember his name right now, you guys. Sorry. All right, the World Health Organization. What will the other leaders do to DJT? How is this going to affect DJT? Is this going to knock him down? His reputation, is it going to knock him down further? What will be the fallout for him? What will be the ramifications of his behavior here? See. All right, there we go. Then I'm going to take a look at Pelosi. I feel like she's being silent, and I want to know what's going on in her mind and what she's going to do. And then we're going to address the energies that are happening. Okay, there's a meeting. There's a big meeting. Probably, it's already probably taken place, whether they're all on Zoom. This is other countries, other places, all being, that's my skiff card. So this is important meetings from other world leaders. And they're talking about this deflection he's doing from his own character onto the WHO and China, and about where the money will come from and what's going to happen and what they're going to do about it. They felt that this was their tower moment, and really this is what really went on in DJT's head. And this is what we've all been getting. Florida, anywhere that I read for before this happened or before we have a major hurricane, this is the, tearing down of the towers. Life as we know it is about to change. And he's already, kaboom, that already hit the Trump Tower. All right. Let's see. Okay, he thinks he is the star. He really believes that he is the star. his apprentice show, that this is all really his reality show. And he thinks he can just do whatever he wants in excess. Remember, the Nine of Cups is in excess. Four Wands is other places and cities and four walls of a city. So he really thinks that he could do everything because he is the star. But that isn't the way he's seen. And we'll see how he's seen down here in the 8th place. So other rulers, let me get some, oh yeah, they see him. In the 8th place is the Fool. They see him as just utterly without, what does he call it, his metrics? He doesn't have any. Nothing upstairs. Lights are on, no one's home. Okay, they just see him as the child, in the Sun card, and they're getting ready to make a ruling. They're having a very important meeting about what is right and what is wrong. What are the traditions of this association and their associations, and leadership and the belonging to the organization. So we have the big powers that be, that not the DJTs. So the Emperor and the Hierophant. And this affects, the Pope. It affects all the leaders in traditional leading positions. And, okay. So they feel that they are going to have victory and that he will be seen as the Fool. Let's see I also think that they're going to try to withhold something from him. The other leaders of other countries are looking at bargaining chips, because we're going to call this a chip, and it's on its side. So I believe that's what they're discussing. And they will just go ahead and move forward, and other countries will pick up. I know that's a lot of money, so I'm not really sure how all that will take place, but other countries, other places will pick up this slack. And let's see if he'll walk it back. Will he change his mind? Let me do a whole spread on that. Because they're just going to say, okay, then you're not going to be included in the reindeer games anymore. Okay. All right. Will DJT walk it back? Will he go back on it? Will he rescind his order of halting the money? And I guess Bill Gates is going to speak about this. All right. Will DJT, will he walk it back? Will he change his mind and give the money to WHO? Let's do one like this. Give him a good mix, right? Will he walk it back? Will he give the money? Will he end up giving the money? I think he probably will. That's a yes. I feel like this was just a deflection to take the heat off of him for not acting when trying to blame something. You know what he got. You guys know what he does. Yeah. And no one's really taking him seriously as a serious leader. It's on his side. They just don't value his words or his actions or deeds. They don't take him seriously. They know he acts like a petulant child. Okay. Yeah, he'll be faced with more judgment, and this is just so people will take the focus and lens off of him and put it on them. He will restore some balance to it. Yeah. Yep, other people are going to say, okay, you can't do this. So the answer to that is yes. He just doesn't tell the truth. He doesn't know how. Okay. Well, I mean, he might if it's not important. All right, let's take a look at Pelosi. So I got that the USPS, the Postal Service would be okay too. I think our country's going to go through some other problems, I think there's going to be a second wave. I don't know how big it will be. When we get a little closer to that, I'll take a look at that. But let's look at Nancy Pelosi. Miss Aries, Speaker of the House. Nancy, what do you have? Do you have anything? Are you working on something? I know you're working on getting more money out to the public and stimulus. Oh, you guys, I want to take a look at DeSantis too. Oh, my heavens. All right, Pelosi, focus. Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, are you going to help? What are you going to do? You got a plan? Do you have strategery? Nancy, do you have some strategic thoughts going on? What are you doing? What are you working on? Will you help? Will you help? Yes, she will. Yeah, she knows. Boy, she is digging in the books. She is she is educating herself, and she's acting as a conduit of the magician. And she's going to come up with proposals. She has the power. Wow, when you come up as the magician, it's really big, right, Martha? I read from Martha yesterday, and she got the magician on every single question that she asked about her spirituality and her growth. It was really quite crazy. You have to see that stuff to believe it. It's crazy. No. Okay. Okay. Here's her victory. Her job is to teach and to educate others. The Hierophant is on its side. These are the meetings with the Four of Wands. I'm not sure how many people she's going to be able to reach because of the divisiveness, and there's just fierce competition there. But thank goodness, you guys, this is in the past. So it's in the position of the past with the Five of Wands. Now, here she comes. Da-da-da-da! Calvary. This is what we want. She is going to put forth and implement some new procedures, rules, help. She will be seen as the person who marched forward with looking at the future and what is needed. She is in this somewhat of a pause right this second with this Seven of Pentacles here, but then she gets the Three of Wands where she's moving forward. It's a little, people will think, they'll hope she can get to the top of the mountain that she's climbing with this three. She needs to just keep pushing forward. She's got some creative ideas, and I feel like she's going to help younger people, small business, restarts, people that need restarts. This is small, really good, inventive thoughts, creative thoughts, and it's usually the beginning of something. Usually the Page of Cups can be young people, sometimes it can be pets, but okay, yeah. So there's just going to be restructure. So some things are just going to be ripped up. Some legislative things will just be ripped up, and they'll just have to start over, start from scratch, because let's face it, we haven't been through this. So some structured documents and laws are going to get shredded. There's just going to be some reboots, restarts in the old way. Remember, this is the Taurus card, the Hierophant. And we're going into the time of Taurus, and you know what is in Taurus? Uranus, and that's the lightning, and breaking down and restructuring. That's our currency and our health system and other things, the earth, Taurus, everything that has to do with Taurus. All right, so that's good for her. I want to look at DeSantis really quick. WWE is essential. But at least, thank God, he's not allowing, they can, the WWE can go in there and they can go in and they can have their matches and it can be televised. But they're not going to have the crowd. So that's not, as big. We're just going to leave that right there. What's the WWF? And I forgot the name of Vince. I don't know. Oh my gosh, you guys help me. What's the name of the dudes that started the WWF? And his wife, I think they got divorced, but she actually had a position in the Trump administration. So that's probably where that's coming from. And the daughter, too. All right, let's take a look at DeSantis. Is he crashing? How's he going to be seen during this? He's just doing ridiculous things. We don't have enough tests here in Florida. And I personally, now one person in my sister family, and I call them my sister family, it's a long story, my sister family, one person is positive, and then we're waiting on tests for a cousin in that sister family as well. And but I have a few friends that just could not get a test. They just couldn't. So let's see. So the numbers are not correct here. So DeSantis is covering, we don't have enough tests. We just don't have enough. So he did great with our environment, and he has completely fallen on his face with this. All right, how will he be seen? Is he going to help us, or is he just going to lose his mind? Excuse me. He wants the funding, and he thinks if he does what Trump wants him to do, he's going to get the money that he needs. And, pretty much that's what Trump is saying. He feels like his hands are tied. This is my Rick Scott, who's now a senator. When we were having all the blue-green algae and the horrific red tide devastation, now Trump has Ron DeSantis in the same position where he had Rick Scott. And Rick Scott, oh gosh, okay, I can't go there. Can't go there. It's all about the money and the greed. Look at the bottom. This is just, I have to go for myself. I have to think of myself. I need the money and the funding for what I want to do. I'm just going to continue to be buddies with him. And, that could even represent how he was trying to help us in the environment. I don't think he is following some of the scientific research or suggestions. Here's a female that will be helpful to us. But he's just... oh my, yep. Wow. Carney, Sneaky Pete, Seven of Swords, just plans that, this isn't for the welfare of the public, the state, the community, the people. And people are going to be sad and they feel like he's lost his power. Whatever power he started out with, coming in and booting out the everybody on the water board, and protecting the Everglades, and it's lost. They haven't completely given hope. They feel like, with the Five of Cups, that he might wake up, and that he might resurrect his inner magician, when he feels like, oh my goodness, I've lost my standing. Remember, the eighth house, or the eighth position in the Celtic cross, is how you're seen, how the person we're asking about, ourselves, if we're asking about ourselves. Okay. Well, okay, this looks very bleak and very sad when we first look at it. That's the garbage truck. They need some new brakes or something. They need something. Okay. All right, so it looks very bleak and very dark. There is one woman, I think, that's going to help pull him back up by his bootstraps. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is very capable of doing. It's the recycle truck. Okay. And then he'll erect his, resurrect his inner magician, and he will do better. And this is, there will be something else to focus on in the environment as well. Next to the King of Swords. All right, the Chariot card. So this ends up better than it looks right now. It looks really doesn't look good right now. Now, all right, let's get one more card up. No, let's not. We don't need it. The Sun is pretty powerful. Sun, Magician together, my goodness. Okay, so it really turns. And remember, this is the outcome. So this isn't, next month or the month after. This is months down the road, maybe towards the end of 2020 or after summer, Okay. That's the other thing that, we'll discuss in some of those classes is timing and astrology and all the symbolism involved in the tarot, if you like. All right. Now, we do a card of the day on the Way of Positive Change Facebook and Instagram. And, when I get I got the Two of Pentacles today. When I get the Two of Pentacles, that's sort of it's instability. It's, you're juggling, but sometimes, like when you're juggling, you drop some of the balls. But I find that when I come up with that card, there's a lot of instability in people's, in their feelings and their actions. So just for the rest of this week, because of another card that dropped out with it, just watch. People could be very unstable. Don't hit other people's buttons at this time. Let's all continue to be light workers and raise the light around your property, your town, and send it out into the divine matrix. And everybody's going to be okay. We just got to go one step at a time. Just try to, everybody send out light, blessings, positive affirmations. Okay? And don't push buttons. Not on anyone's feed while they're doing a live, not on Facebook, not on anything. Okay, guys. All right, topics for next reading, please, in the comments. And let me know if you want to do a class. Email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail for your $25 reading special. I'm helping you, you're helping me. You're helping me a lot more than you know, because I can't go to my office right now. Thank you. Love you.